What's up, guys? I am back with another video of the Trackhawk, and as you guys can see and hear, it is big time raining out here right now. It's been raining ever since, well, for a few hours now actually, and I am just about ready to start up my Trackhawk because you know we drive it in the rain also. That's what it's made for, that's what it's designed for. Let's just get a nice shot of these graphics. There we go. Got the Jeep with the track in the back. Love that. Start her up. She sounds so mean, guys. She sounds so mean. Alright guys, so why did I buy the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk? Well, let me give you a little backstory just on me and my love for the Grand Cherokee SRT 8 in general. Back in 2006 when they first released the first, Grand Cherokee SRT 8, that was like a game changer. It just shook up the whole SUV, high performance SUV market. It threw everybody off. BMW didn't have nothing out yet. Porsche wasn't ready for that. Mercedes wasn't ready for that. And it was just a badass SUV. It had the signature middle exhaust coming out, from the back or whatever. 420 horsepower out of the 6.1 liter Hemi, which sounded, phenomenal at the time. It was just, the best sounding, or one of the best sounding V8s, on the market. But unfortunately, I just wasn't able to afford it. I was too young. I was still in high school. I was even working. I had no credit, none of that stuff. So, I just couldn't afford it. I just always been, one of my favorite cars. I had to, always felt like I had to have one. And then, in 2012, they released the Grand Cherokee SRT 8, and that one was a little bit of a kind of like a letdown, I guess you could say, when they first announced it. At the time, it was only 470 horsepower, which, BMW and Mercedes and Porsche, they were all, upwards of 500 with their twin turbo V8s. So it was kind of a letdown. But then as I did a little more research, as time went on, I grew to love the WK2 SRT 8 more than the WK1 SRT 8, the original one. It was easier to live with. You could tow, you could take it to the track, you could do the groceries, you could hang out with the family. It was just like an all-around, all-around SUV. Then I eventually purchased it, loved it, fell in love with it, but felt like I needed more power. And then in 2017, when they announced the Trackhawk, I felt like that was what, the Jeep Grand Cherokee WK2 SRT 8 should have been when it first came out. I mean, obviously there wasn't no Hellcat engines or anything like that out at the time, but I just felt like, they always should have been, the one with the most horsepower and the one with the best 0 to 60 and the highest top speed, just because, just to keep up with that, like how they changed the game, like how in 06, they caught everybody off guard and stuff like that. So, when they announced the Trackhawk in 2017 with all the 707 horsepower and the most horsepower and the fastest 0 to 60 and the highest top speed, it was like a game changer again. It kind of like threw everybody off again, like, oh man, look at this, we gotta have to go back to the drawing board just to keep up, with this new Trackhawk. Like, I'm pretty sure even Lamborghini with the Urus, they probably had like a specific number or whatever that they had for 0 to 60 and all that stuff, but once the Trackhawk came out, they was like, oh, now we're gonna have to, redo it a little bit, make it a little bit better or something. Maybe they didn't, I don't know, but that's just what I think. I actually had an SRT 8 WK2 already, and I wasn't even planning on trading it in or upgrading or anything like that. I just felt like I was gonna pay that off and just live with that and call it a day. But then I drove a Trackhawk. Once I drove a Trackhawk, it was over, guys. Like, like I couldn't believe how fast it was. Like, it just blew my mind. And at the time, like I said, the SRT 8 was faster, right? Like, to me, it's SRT 8 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's fast. That's a fast SUV, but this just took it to a whole nother level. Like, so once I drove it, just won over my heart. Felt like I had to buy it, so I just, you know, went and you know, just purchased it. You know, I just traded it in and traded in the Grand Cherokee SRT 8 and purchased the Trackhawk. You know, I had to get it. But for me, sometimes, you know, it's surreal, the fact that I have a Trackhawk. You know, I mean, just, you know, the simple fact that it's a $100,000 SUV. You know, not anybody could just pick one of these up. You know, it's not a Jeep SUV. So I just feel, you know, really fortunate and lucky that I'm able to afford one right now. You know, just that right there in itself is awesome. And it's just for like days like this, you know, days like this where, you know, it's raining and stuff like that right now. Got all this nasty weather, stuff like that. Like if you had a Hellcat, you know, you could drive in the rain, of course, but like you won't be able to like mash on it too much just because of the you know, the rear wheel drive and the skinny tires and all that. So you always be like, you know, spinning out, risking accident. But with this, you know, I got all-wheel drive. Like as soon as I floor it, you know, it just, this thing just hooks. Like that's it. There's nothing else to, you know, to worry about. Obviously, you're not gonna go crazy, and you know, you're not gonna be freaking speeding, you know, doing all types of crazy speeds and, you know, rain and inclement weather and stuff like that. But, you know, just the fact that you're still able to drive the car, you know, in the snow or in the ice or, you know, in the rain or whatever the case, you know, whatever the weather, you know, Mother Nature throws at you, that's just, you know, awesome in and itself. You know, that's just phenomenal. You know what I mean? The another thing about the Trackhawk, you know, is it's just so livable. You know, not only is it the most, you know, fastest high performance SUV, you know, that Jeep ever made, but it's also very livable. See what I'm saying about how it just grips? But yeah, the Jeep, you know, is very livable. You know, you just put your foot down and you just go in the rain. Obviously not in the snow or in ice. Not gonna floor it in the snow and the ice and, you know, expect to have, you know, just full traction. Just like in weather like this, you know, you won't really have a problem. Whereas some people with Hellcats or with a Corvette or something like that, you might not even see a Corvette out in weather like this, because, you know, that's like a summertime only vehicle. But, you know, with this, you can take it out any time of the year. You know, play a little bit, whatever. Like I said, you're still gonna have the grip and all that stuff. You just can't go wrong with this, you know. But yeah, but again, guys, this is what makes the Trackhawk so special. Just the fact that you could pretty much, oh shit. Oh, it is fucking bad out here, guys. But this is what makes the Trackhawk so special. It's just the fact that, you know, you can use it in pretty much any weather, fucking thunderstorms, you know, snow, whatever Mother Nature wants to throw at it. Like I said before, man, it's just awesome. You know, it's just awesome that I could use it anytime I want, you know, any season. I could just, you know, take it out, go for a drive. No problems, you know, no issues. Alright, you guys, I want you to see this shit right here. This is some fucking high ass water. Again, like I said, this is why, you know, you buy something like this, you know, you fucking have the ground clearance to fucking just be able to make it out of shit like this. Go ahead, Mr. Nissan. Just nasty out, guys. video, but to summarize again, you know, Trackhawk is the shit. I can use it anytime, anywhere, any place, any weather. Effortless, you know, no issues. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys on the next one.